I
What
was
about you,
gonna
Vern?
say, I was gonna say, I had a couple. Like one that was personal. I'm gonna just start with this one because it's like a very, 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 very new album, more or less like not the greatest rapper or anything, but I just like him. Nav dropped an album this at the beginning of this year. And it was pretty trash. I'm not gonna lie. Like it just wasn't. It just was. I just wanted to
Yeah.
get that out there. It was pretty trash. I was like, this is kind of me and Alex have already talked about it. But I liked his previous albums. Like they all kind of seem to be leading up, like getting better and better as far as. And then
Yeah.
he just dropped this, and it's too 2020 rap for me. It's just so it's that type. And I'm like, Black Hollywood with Wiz Khalifa,
Oh, yeah,
Oh yeah.
trash.
definitely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Rebirth, Lil Wayne,
Rebirth. Yeah.
trash.
Dude, I remember I have a fond memory of this album because I remember when it came out, I didn't listen to it because I remember hearing it was so bad. And I remember I think it was sitting with you and Alex, but I think Alex specifically showed me the one song. I forget. It's like the super jumpy poppy one. Where he's like,
Oh.
I'm just trying to get my phone.
Yeah. It's
And I
so
was like, I just
terrible.
remember us losing it, just dying. Oh, I remember losing, and then it like stops, and then it goes right back in.
I think that was me and you, man. I remember that.
No,
shit.
it was all of us. I remember this.
Oh,
Shit.
yeah, I think it was all, but I just remember losing it to that song, like just laughing my ass off.
Just
like, what is this?
What
It's
the-
terrible.
It's
dude.
like that was right after we were listening to like No Ceilings.
Yeah. Like,
Check out this new Wayne. It's just fine. I remember you like hyping it up, like check out this new Wayne, man.
There are a few good songs on it.
Trying to get
Though.
your expectations up there and just be
Was on that album.
There are a few good songs on that album.
yeah.
Prom
but-
Queen's
On
okay,
that
and Prom Queen's even like a song that like Drop the World's a good song, but it's a good song that kind of fits Lil Wayne's mold. Where Prom
Oh, yeah.
Queen definitely was not Lil Wayne.
Prom Queen's good though. I do like Prom Queen.
That's what I'm saying. It was still a pretty good
Songs
song.
don't make a good album. That shit
Oh,
was
100%. That shit was trash.
Those are mine. Those are mine.
I
too.
have one that Wyatt might not agree with, and I feel like I've been pissing Wyatt off all night here in this music decisions, but
What else you got?
um,
To say?
Got another
What else
bad
you got to say?
opinion over here. You got another wrong opinion.
All good.
Bob Dylan's self-portrait isn't very good.
It's not that good.
All right.
But you gotta think, Bob Dylan literally has 40 albums.
Oh no, listen, I didn't say Bob Dylan was a bad artist. I think a very niche artist. There's definitely like a tone
yeah.
you gotta be in for Bob Dylan, but self-portrait isn't good. Like
you're either a fan of Bob Dylan or you're not. That's pretty
Yeah.
much like you'll
yeah, I
listen-
agree with that.
but back to like what I was saying is like this dude has 40 albums. They can't all be good. There's a couple stinkers in there that I don't listen to. Like
Then I would agree.
through
I would
through a religious phase that I don't listen to any of those albums.
then I would say the same thing with Lil Wayne. That dude's got 50 fucking albums. Like, there's got to be a couple bad ones, you know?
But I was gonna even say like Yellow Submarine album by the Beatles. It's not really like a traditional studio album because there's a lot of like it's a soundtrack, so there's a lot of like stuff from the movie with no vocals. It's like instrumentals. So like there's probably like 4 or 5 songs that are actually original for it.
But
But,
weirdly
like,
enough, that's one
that
of
was
the
something I would
Beatles'
skip.
most famous songs. is
Yeah,
Yellow
Yellow
Submarine.
Submarine.
Weirdly enough, that's like the one most people
But
know.
that's
isn't it?
that's the song I skip over. That's
Sure, me
like
too.
I don't listen
Yeah.
to Yellow Submarine.
Yeah, and I don't even hate it that much. I'm just with you. I wouldn't listen to it over
Yeah,
any other
It's
song.
played out.
Yeah,
But
They
like
play it on like the kids song like playlist on Spotify.
as
like
they
the ones
should,
with, like,
because
kids
that's
songs.
what it is.
It's Olivia loves it.
Dude,
Like
it's
she'll
that-
listen to it.
It's that Family Guy joke where he's like, "I wrote a song," and he's like, "Let's put it right here, right here on the fridge, Ringo."
I read a recent interview with Paul, and they're like he said like Keith Richards from the Rolling Stones told him back in the day. He's like, "You guys are lucky. You got 4 singers in your group. We only have Mick or whatever." And Paul's like, "You know what? You're right. Because like me and John were writing all these songs, and then George wrote some songs." And like he wrote like he was naming these songs, and he's like, and then Ringo wrote a couple songs. And like you know, like always like this sounds like kind of a
Like, hits,
trap.
hits,
like,
hits, hits,
Yeah.
garbage.
It's like George had some success, and then Ringo wrote a couple songs. But the other two I had on my list are can kind of go together, like side projects and artists that went solo, because I guess they're side
Yeah, they're
projects.
kind of side projects. Yeah.
I didn't really think about that. Like, so I mean, I don't know.
I had a hard time
That's
with this question.
You just
I got
don't know
good-
a lot of artists that went like have side projects or went solo.
I
got a
came
good
up with
one.
a couple.
The one I want to pick, I don't know if you would I mean, I guess it's a side project. I just don't know because the guy is he's so just. I'm just gonna say it. So I think, not that it's not. I didn't like it. When Childish Gambino did like Redbone and stuff, like.
Oh, really?
I don't know if you consider it a side project though, because that's kind of like the direction
Yeah,
he was
it is.
taking. But it was
Yeah.
definitely a shift from the music he was making
From
to the
Camp.
music that was from Camp and
And
because of the internet.
Because the internet.
Yeah, like it was, and even the Kauai mixtape or whatever it was, the one he recorded in Hawaii, like it was such a harsh shift. And I don't dislike that album. Like I think it's a fine album. It's just. It's not the one I'd go back to,
Yeah.
It's not the one I listen to,
And I think I really liked it because I really like kind of like that old school like that sound. Like, that's why I like Thundercat a lot too, because it's a lot of like old school 70s funk.
He's amazing.
It's a lot of like
videos are crazy.
They're like an Adult Swim music video.
It is. It's so wild. I'm like, oh my god.
But like I love the school like sounds like it's like old funk, like bass and like synth and stuff. I love that old school shit.
I just discovered it not too long ago. Like I really like Thundercat.
That's what I did too, and I was like, who is this dude?
This dude's great. Like
slapping the
they have
bass.
the little Spotify, like quick little videos on Spotify while you're watching a song. Like his one album is all different little videos, and they're just the weirdest little like it's just the weirdest little things every time. I
just
love
like when I think of Thundercat, I think of like the Dragon Ball do-rag where he's just sitting there watering his lawn and like these short shorts with the do-rag, and he has like his shirt tucked up and tied up. All these chains.
Awesome. He's a good artist.
Thundercat's definitely good, man. But I don't know. I guess maybe I wasn't ready for it, and I just didn't. I appreciate, but Thundercat's good, and it's because I appreciate, like I do appreciate where he was going for. I just wasn't there yet. You guys want some shit like Thundercat, man? Talk to my sister's husband, Nate. You guys know Nate. That dude, he's got some deep rooted kind of like Thundercat knowledge.
Oh
like,
yeah, I've talked to him about like he can Lotus and stuff.
Yeah, he can show you some shit where you're like, oh, like yeah.
That's why like me and him clicked like because like we talked about like old school shit like Curtis Mayfield.
Yeah, man, he gets
like,
it.
Old Rick James shit and like Parliament Funkadelic.
Oh man, we have the space right now to talk about. We got the space right now. Oh, it's okay. We got the space to talk about like old music we're into right now. Y'all should listen to some Cab Calloway. I've been so into that's like some like 20s swing music, and I just be like jamming to it, dude. Just like doing my stuff, just jamming to some Cab Calloway.
That's crazy because like I never really listened to his like original shit. I know Cab Calloway from the Blues Brothers because he was in the Blues Brothers.
No, I
know some of his songs from that, but like I never really went back and listened to like his old swing shit.
Give it a chance, man, dude. Cab Calloway, dude. Minnie the Moocher, kind of shit like that, man.
That's where he performs on the Blues Brothers.
Yeah, that's the famous one. But like, you got like Girl Named Natty and stuff. Like, oh, good like 20s swing music, man. That just like has like this. Cab Calloway.
That's something I'm gonna have to like make myself listen to, like kind of like swing or like jazz type shit. Because that's not something I normally wouldn't listen to. That's something I would actually have to sit down and make myself listen to.
We actually got into it. The reason I've been getting into it lately is I've been watching a lot of like old like 30s and 40s cartoons and like watching that kind of stuff, and like a lot of that music accompanies those cartoons. It was really before like cartoons had voices, so I've been kind of like picking my favorites and like kind of going back through, and that's how I actually discovered Cab Calloway, because he's on the Betty Boop cartoon that I really like, the Seven Dwarf one. So he's a good artist though. Give him a chance. If you're into it,
I'll have to look deeper into his stuff.
If you're into a good old 20s swing mood, I know that comes at least
when that comes around.
Twice a week, I'm sure, for all of you, right? That you're all into the 20s swing mood, but when it comes around.
I mean, there was a time, it was in the past couple years, where I kind of really listened to nothing but old stuff, and I kind of made myself listen to stuff I normally wouldn't listen to. and that's when I got into like Curtis Mayfield and like a lot of old school funk and
Otis
stuff.
That.
Otis Redding and stuff, and like Parliament Funkadelic and like all those types of bands, and like Isaac Hayes. But like even like I started trying to branch off and not listen to hits of stuff, kind of listen to like back catalog, like even like Black Sabbath and stuff like that. I kind of just jumped right in. I wanted to listen to like stuff that isn't Paranoid, Iron Man, War Pigs.
Even though those
stuff.
songs are great, yeah, but like
Yeah,
with
exactly.
the ones
But,
that you
like,
haven't heard a million times.
Yeah, but like artists like that and like Alice Cooper and all these other artists that like I normally listen to some of their songs, but I never like dove into their catalog really and kind of explored.
Hey man.
So, yeah, I
that's what
mean-
I'm doing.
Yeah, Evan's doing the exact same thing with rap, with hip hop.
Yeah, I don't really have many that I know, but what about that lead singer of Bowling for Soup doing those Chuck E. Cheese commercials? That's a side project.
That's a side project.
I'm pretty sure Chuck E. Cheese got bankrupt, so never mind.
Yeah, they closed a bunch of locations.
I'm pretty sure they're done.
Still
Hey.
a couple of them.
I don't mean to interrupt, and this is going to be a precedent for the show, but I gotta go. I got some shit to do. You guys finish this thing. It's great talking about music with you guys, but I gotta cut off early. Okay.
All right, man.
You,
Okay.
you guys have a great
Sound-
night. All right. Finish the
sounds
podcast.
good,
Finish it
Alex.
out strong. Bye.
Bye. And he's
I
gone.
mean, like, as far as like side projects, like kids see ghosts. I love that shit. Like
Actually-
Kanye, Cudi.
Larry Lovestein.
Oh, Larry Lovenstein. Yeah,
That's something
exactly.
everybody needs to go listen to. It's
I wouldn't
Mac
have known
Miller.
about that, unless you told me.
It's a little 6-project jazz album, and it is amazing. It is amazing, just like doom, 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 doom. But it's Mac Miller singing the whole time, and it's just like it's so good. It's so damn good. I had another one too. Meow the Jewels.
Meow the Jewels.
You know what? You know what that is?
I know Run the Jewels.
Let me see.
Meow the Jewels. I'm intrigued.
Yeah, you have my attention.
I think you're gonna need to elaborate a little bit, Vernon.
Hold on a second. Trying to make sure I'm not crazy. Yes, it's called Meow the Jewels. It's Run the Jewels too, but every single song is like remixed, like sound like a cat. It's all Spotify. It's go to Run the Jewels. Go to their discography.
It's actually on Run the Jewels page.
2015, they dropped an album called Meow the Jewels, and it's just cats. It's just meow, 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 meow. But like, it's like every one of their songs like remixed with like cat noises, and it's crazy. It's weird, but it exists, and
I
I love.
have never heard of this.
I listened to it a couple like months ago. I was like, what the?
What in the world?
Do you see it?
They even changed like the song
The
titles
song
to sound
titles
like
are all. It's the
be,
same
like,
title,
cat.
but like with a cat now. Like you
yeah,
know.
like Meow or Paul's in it. Yeah. Oh my gosh, I had never knew that.
Yep. Meow the Jewels. Go look up Meow the Jewels for all you cat lovers out there.
Meow.
Meow, 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 meow.
That
But,
reminds
it's
me of like the Used released a version of In Love and Death with no vocals on it on Spotify. It's
yeah,
just music. It's the whole album, just music with no vocals. And I was like, that's interesting that they would throw that on Spotify.
I
Yeah,
love their
that's-
album.
But as far as like side projects, I only have two that I like really like normally would listen to, and then one is fuck, now I forgot it. One is Them Crooked Vultures, and it's Dave Grohl once again on drums. The lead singer of Queens of the Stone Age is singing, and John Paul Jones is bassist from Led Zeppelin. He's in it. And it is like they only have one album, and it's like amazing. It's just like awesome rock and roll, dude. It is really good, and it
Right.
came out in like 2011. And they've been talking about doing another one since then, and they just haven't.
They just
So
haven't
it's like,
gotten to
oh,
it.
Good.
Give us another one.
Well, Dave Grohl's too busy drumming for everyone else
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
lead singing for his own
Making
band.
food. Yeah. And the other one I had was Prophets of Rage, which was Rage Against the Machine without the original singer. They brought in Chuck D from Public Enemy and Be Real from Cypress Hill, and they did like covers of their songs and Rage songs, plus they made their own songs. Like they have like albums. But it's like it sounds a lot like Rage, but it's just like with two different vocalists.
With different vocalists.
But they kind of like disbanded because Rage is coming back now.
Yeah, make way.
Yeah, exactly.
Make way for the original.
Sorry.
Step aside.
Step aside. But yeah,
those are like best solos, like as far as like people who were in a group and then went solo.
I got a good one that I don't think a lot of people remember. Brittany, because I asked Brittany, I was like, "What do you think?" Justin Timberlake.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
That's a good one.
Definitely.
That's a good one.
Super
she said at first she said that Harry Styles. I'm like, nah, I don't care about like
I don't
care about anything new, but yeah, Justin Timberlake. You know.
I was thinking Ice Cube.
Ooh, Ice Cube. And Dre.
Ice Cube going Dre probably more successful going solo, but I was thinking about as far as like Ice Cube's rap skills, like
definitely
carried him being solo, or Dre's beats carried him, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But Ice Cube rapped and dissed the shit out of everybody and just.
Oh yeah, no, he came out No Vaseline as like his first solo.
No Vaseline.
Just hate on everybody.
Oh God, I love it.
Beyonce. She went from Destiny's Child.
Oh yeah, as far as like most successful.
Yeah, that's probably them.
I'm gonna take it back and say Phil Collins because he used to be the drummer for Genesis back in the day, and then he went solo and he blew up.
Whole soundtrack for Tarzan.
Made a whole soundtrack for Tarzan and did led. I can feel it. Yeah, Mike Tyson. But and then the obvious Paul McCartney and shit.
I was like, I won't even list that. That's...
yeah. But huge ones.
Billy Joe Armstrong actually has a few good solo things.
I don't know if I ever really listened to his solo stuff.
He has a cover that's been playing on the radio. It's maybe it's not a cover. I don't know. It's We're All Alone Now. It sounds very I don't know if that's a cover or not, but it sounds very 60s. It's really weird, but I like it. Yeah, definitely not yeah. That's not normally what you hear.
Yeah. I wouldn't say it's a solo project, but it's another a side project thing that I thought of. It's called the Desert Sessions, and the lead singer of Queens of the Stone Age, Josh Homme, he goes out to Joshua Tree, which is a famous recording studio out in the middle of a desert. I think it's in Arizona or something, but it's a super famous recording studio just out in the middle of nowhere where they people just go and party and make albums. But he just released 2 new ones here within the last year, but there was a lull for 11 years where he goes in and just brings all of his friends and famous musician buddies and just make albums. It was just he might not even be singing on any of the tracks. He just brings in guest artists and it's just albums of just him and a bunch of his friends just making music. Billy Gibbons from ZZ Top, Dave Grohl's in there. There's a couple rap artists and hip hop artists. I think Lauryn Hill is on one of them and stuff. But he brings people from everywhere to just make music. They don't necessarily have to sound complete as an album, but it's just content.
Yeah,
it's really cool.
Right.
Yeah, he's just collaborating with different artists and see what happens. Cool. Yeah, I like seeing that kind of shit.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
So it's good to hear all that type of collaboration, and you get fans from every different artist discovering different artists in the process, so it's always really good.
That's like how Dave Grohl plays with everybody, where people that know Dave Grohl is oh, who's this person he's playing with, or who's this band he's involved with.
Who's he drumming for now?
Yeah, who's he drumming for now? Who's he producing now?
It's a Dave Grohl endorsement that he's even touching your project.
He's got a seal of approval.
Dude.
But then his fans go after it.
No lie. I listened to Billie Eilish for the first time because Dave Grohl's my daughter's got me listening to Billie Eilish, and she's fucking talented. I fucking love Billie Eilish. And I was like, if Dave Grohl likes Billie Eilish, I'm going to try listening to
and then I like Billie Eilish now.
I like this. I can dig it. But like, yeah, exactly what I was talking about. It was like, it's the Dave Grohl seal of approval, you know, his quality.
Put that stamp on it.
Yeah, where it's like any artist really that like you're really into, or like you see him working with someone, you're like, oh, who's this? And you like go check him out on YouTube or something.
Mm-hmm.
It's cool. I like it. I like discovering new people, especially discovering new people through favorite artists already.
Oh
you
yeah,
know?
definitely,
Well, it was cool
definitely.
for me. Like when I was doing this, like I came off Wiz Khalifa that I did not really like, and ended up with Lil Dicky, who I absolutely love. Like just through like it chained through Wiz Khalifa to Snoop Dogg, which was like, yeah, I like Snoop Dogg, and then it went to like Lil Dicky. I'm like, dude, I love this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would have never probably came across that unless I would have randomly picked Snoop Dogg. But I mean, I don't know if I would have without hearing, because I was just going by ear. So, but yeah, I think that's just awesome. Like you can just
Yeah, and that's the great thing about like, even though I love Spotify so much, like Pandora was great for that kind of thing, where like you would look up your favorite artist and then it would give you like, all right, here's everything that's either sounds like it or is similar to that artist. And I know like Spotify has
but
that
that's
option,
not.
but like Spotify has everything I want to listen to. Like I'm gonna listen to my playlists or whatever. Like I'm not really gonna go on a radio and